All right, guys. So Bitcoin is truly gearing up for something big, and today that is exactly what I want to talk about. There is, in fact, a fair few Bitcoin charts that I want to show you guys, indicating that there is a very clear and strong signal that Bitcoin is gearing up for something huge. So that is exactly what I want to talk about. But I want to give you guys an update, of course, on what is happening right now with Bitcoin and, of course, the entire cryptocurrency market, because you guys can just clearly see we're not seeing huge movements yet for Bitcoin, but it's slightly moving. Okay, if we go to the 1 hour time frame, you guys can just clearly see, okay, we saw Bitcoin finally making a move. Okay, because if we go back to the 4 hour time frame, we know Bitcoin has in fact been consolidating at this level for the past, I want to say, 2 weeks. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. And then we did finally see Bitcoin moving up to about $65,000. So right now, okay, Bitcoin is holding at 64,500. Last night, okay, we saw Bitcoin just below $64,000. So this morning, we are in fact seeing Bitcoin bouncing back up. You guys can clearly see that right there. So it's looking pretty good right now for Bitcoin. Seems like it's gonna, slightly bounce back up to that 65K level, right? Which is, will be amazing to see. And I told you guys, right, once we actually see Bitcoin going back up to these levels, going back up to at least, right, let me just show you guys on the daily time frame, going back up to at least I want to say $70,000 on, of course, 73. And if it breaks this resistance, then Bitcoin will go higher, and $80,000 is the target, right? So all these targets are very possible for Bitcoin to reach if we break this resistance right over here, right? So it's all about patience right now, guys. Okay, and I really don't mind if Bitcoin continues to consolidate at this level, because it just gives us time to really buy as much Bitcoin as we possibly can at a low price, right? Because we know where Bitcoin is heading in the next few months. We know a bull is coming. We are in fact about to enter the next bull cycle, right? Bitcoin's gonna skyrocket and it's gonna reach in the six figs. 100K is coming and beyond, right? So be prepared for that, right? So be prepared, guys. 100K is a target, which is all the way up here. Okay, we are not too far off if you really think about it. Bitcoin can easily reach $100,000, and that's why I really do believe that Bitcoin is still on track to reaching that target of $100,000 towards, the end of this year in 2024. Right. So Bitcoin today is looking not too bad. Okay, still holding strong. Okay, 64,500. It's gonna change to 600. So that's great to see. Ethereum today is still holding very strong as well. $2,700. Seems like Ethereum is ready to reach back up to $2,800, which is great to see, right? But understand, guys. Okay, for Bitcoin, we could potentially see Bitcoin, in the next upcoming few weeks, having small corrections back down to the downside. Okay, I really do believe, okay, that the next upcoming few weeks, short term, we will possibly most likely see Bitcoin dropping back down below $60,000. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because if I show you guys here on the Bitcoin monthly returns, and I talked about this a fair few times, but I just want to talk about it a bit more today. August is usually a pretty bearish month for Bitcoin. Okay, the next upcoming few days, few weeks, I'm not expecting huge movements for Bitcoin, especially in September, right? September is honestly one of the worst, months for Bitcoin. Okay, Yasin's clearly seen in previous years a lot of reds, right, for September. Okay, for Bitcoin. So usually these months, August, September, are usually pretty bearish months for Bitcoin. And that's why I really do believe, in the next upcoming few weeks, short term, I'm not expecting huge movements for Bitcoin on the upside. Most likely it's going to be, corrections back down to the downside, which is good. Okay, and the reason why I say it's good is because, once again, it's a great time to buy Bitcoin. So obviously, if Bitcoin drops further down to the downside, then that's going to be a even better buy, right? Because you're buying it cheaper. So understand, guys, this is the time right now to gear up, get ready for, the next bull run. Prepare yourselves, right? I've been telling us that many times. Prepare yourselves for the next upcoming bull run, because it will be huge. Again, this next upcoming bull run will be most likely one of the best ever bull runs ever. Okay, a lot of institutions are in fact buying Bitcoin. A lot of money is flowing into Bitcoin. We have the Bitcoin ETFs now. A lot of things have changed for Bitcoin, right? So prepare yourselves, guys, because October, November, and December, especially October, these 3 months are absolutely bullish for Bitcoin, especially October, right? So understand, once it hits October, once October rolls around, November and December, I think that's when things will change for Bitcoin, and it will skyrocket and reach a new high, right? So understand, guys, I still think Bitcoin is ready to reach 100k at least, okay, towards the end of this year. I still think that is 100% still on track. So be ready for that, right? So Bitcoin today only up over 1%, 1.6%. Not huge movements right now for Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Still holding strong though, okay? Ethereum, like I said, $2.7 thousand, going up to 2.8. We will see if that will happen soon. Alts today, not much movements is happening for alts, so I'm not going to really talk about it. Okay, everything is pretty much just holding pretty steadily right now. The market overall is not really moving as well, 0.38%, so nothing to really talk about there. Global crypto market cap still above 2 trillion, which is always great to see. Now, cryptos are us. Okay, says here 14 years ago, you could have bought 10 Bitcoins for $1. Okay, 14 years from now, people will wish for today's price. Don't miss this opportunity to get into Bitcoin while it's still cheaper than it will be. And that's very, very true, guys. Okay, very, very true. A lot of people, 10 years from now will be begging to buy Bitcoin at $60,000 or $64,000, wherever it is right now as I'm filming today's video. A lot of people, will be begging for this price, $64,000 per Bitcoin. Okay, even a lot of these altcoins like Ethereum 2.7, I do see Ethereum reaching, 10k at least, right? And a lot of these altcoins like Solana, I do see Solana reaching, over $1,000 in next bull cycle. I really, really do. And many more other altcoins like Chainlink reaching, $100 and hundreds of dollars one day. So understand, guys, a lot of people will be begging for these prices for Bitcoin and these altcoins. So if you're not taking action right now, you will be begging later in the future, and you will have most likely the biggest regret in your life. Because my biggest regret so far in life is not buying Bitcoin or getting into crypto earlier. I want to say like back in like 2018, because I first heard about Bitcoin back in 2016, and that's when I was in high school. But understand, guys, I didn't have that knowledge back at the time. I thought Bitcoin was a scam, right? But obviously I took it serious. Okay, I understand what Bitcoin was, and then I just got into it, right? So that's that. So yes, guys, very, very true what Cryptos R Us is saying here. Okay, 14 years from now, people will wish for today's price. So understand, guys, buy now. Do this for your future self and your family, right? So that's that. But Bitcoin, $250,000 minimum this cycle, and that's true. $150,000 is an easy target for Bitcoin. Bitcoin can easily reach 150k. Okay, very, very possible. Okay, and it's going to go beyond that, right? That's just the minimum target, guys, for Bitcoin. It's going to get way higher. That's not the max target, right? Understand, 200k to 250 to even 300k is very, very possible for Bitcoin. Understand that, guys, right? So $150,000 minimum the cycle. That's going to happen very, very soon, guys. Okay, and you ask them to clearly see from this chart, can you see what's in preparation? So you ask them to clearly see, okay, back in, let's just say 2020, just like what this chart is showing us here, right? We had the COVID dip, right? The COVID crash back in 2020. Okay, it dipped, and then it obviously broke out. Okay, we did in fact see a breakout from that resistance, and it did in fact have a bull run. The same thing that's happening right here. Now it says a Black Monday dip. Okay, but a couple weeks ago we did in fact see Bitcoin actually dropping. I think this was like 2 weeks ago. It was pretty much a recession dip, right? I don't know if you guys remember that, but we did in fact see a pretty decent dip. We actually saw Bitcoin dropping all the way down. It's right over here, right? Yasin just clearly see it went all the way down to as low as $49,000, just below 50k. Right? Yasin just clearly see that, and Bitcoin did in fact, make this V-shaped recovery pattern, and it is slightly, it's not quite a V-shape, okay, but because we did in fact see this V-shape right here, right? Yasin's clearly see that, but it was in fact consolidating, and now it's pumping, right? So who knows where the next target will be for Bitcoin, but obviously next few weeks I'm not expecting, like I said, huge movements for Bitcoin, but we will see. Okay, but yes, we did in fact see, we did in fact see this dip. Okay, and the same exact thing will happen for Bitcoin, just like what it did back in 2020 with the COVID crash. Okay, and then it recovered, and then it broke out. Same thing is going to happen for this year around, right? 2024, and of course next year in 2025 will be amazing for Bitcoin, especially next year in 2025. Okay, that's when we will obviously be in a bull run and a bull cycle. So be ready for that. For all my Bitcoin holders out there, please prepare yourselves for the next bull run. Okay, so that's that. But yes, Bitcoin ready to reach a new high. A bull run is coming. Okay, now I can clearly see from this chart, and I've showed you guys this chart before, but I want to show you guys it again because it shows you guys every single time we have a Bitcoin halving event right after it, we don't actually see Bitcoin pumping straight away. You know, a bull run doesn't occur straight away. Yeah, since clearly see, we do in fact see a consolidation movement, and then, okay, after like a few weeks time, even a few months time, that's when things kick in and Bitcoin starts to run up, having a bull run, right, entering the next bull cycle. So Yasin's could see back in 2016, even in 2020, right, when we had the Bitcoin halving events, we didn't see Bitcoin pump straight away. We did in fact see some consolidation movements, and then it pumped, right? So all this takes time, guys. Understand, for right now, 2024, we know we had our previous Bitcoin halving event back in April, right? So it's been a couple months now, our fourth Bitcoin halving event, and so far, ever since we had that halving event, we haven't seen Bitcoin move a lot, right? Bitcoin is still pretty much consolidating, okay, at this 60K level, I want to say, in between, right? So understand, Bitcoin is still on track. Okay, it really, really is. We don't see Bitcoin pumping straight away. This is not the first time that we have seen this. This is completely normal, right? Because this happened in previous Bitcoin halving events. So understand, soon enough, since it's already been a few months, soon enough, things will change and Bitcoin will pump to a new high. Very, very soon, guys. Okay, very soon. So understand, once October rolls around, that's when things will change. Because October is a very, very bullish month for Bitcoin. Okay, I understand Bitcoin is ready to reach in the six figures, just like what this chart is in fact showing us here. Okay, Bitcoin is truly gearing up for something big. So please be prepared for it, guys. Okay, but yes, once we see Bitcoin breaking out, having a breakout, okay, breaking this resistance line, and I've been talking about this resistance line for a while now. Okay, once we actually see Bitcoin breaking this resistance, 100K is the target. It's going to be 80K to 90K, and then of course the big 100. Okay, six figs is still on track, guys. Please understand that most likely this will happen towards the end of this year in 2024. But guess what? It's going to go even higher. We know that because when we enter a bull run, that's when Bitcoin will just keep rising. So of course, $150,000 and beyond will happen. Understand that, guys, right? Bitcoin will easily reach 100K and 150K like it's nothing. Okay, that is coming, guys, in the next, I want to say like 6 months max, honestly, right? So understand, a bull run is coming. The next upcoming few months will be amazing for Bitcoin, especially next year in 2025, right? So 150K to 200K to even over 200K, right? 200K to 50K, you know, to 80, 300K, even over 300K. All these high price targets are very, very possible for Bitcoin to reach. But understand, the next upcoming few months, 100K to 150K is very, very possible. For all my Bitcoin holders out there watching this video right now, please prepare yourselves what is truly coming for Bitcoin, right? This is the time to buy, to DCA, to hold, most importantly, and let the gains come to you, right? Prepare yourselves for the next upcoming bull run, right? So that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. Okay, this morning Bitcoin is, you know, slightly pumping. Okay, 64,600. So it's looking pretty good right now for Bitcoin. A lot of alts are looking pretty decent as well, but we're not seeing huge movements for alts, right? So everything's still sort of holding steadily. But guys, I will keep you guys updated on what's going to happen with Bitcoin, so stay tuned for that. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.